Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Sunless Sea. I'm excited to pick this up again and see what kind of trouble we can get into. I'm gonna kick off right away because I have a hard out today. I have a meeting after this that I'm gonna have to get to. Oh no, this happened to us last time. Hold on. Let's try that again. Joseph Conrad, right. Let's see if we can load manually. It's happy about that. Oh, there we go. Very good. Okay, so now if I recall, we've played a little bit of this game, and because we've played so little, we've managed to not yet die. However, things don't look great. We had just visited this place. This is the tomb colony of Venderbite. That's right. And I guess we have an amount of fuel left. 5, I think, is maybe what we started with. Or no, maybe we started with 10. Good lord, our supplies are real low. We have 2 supplies left. And that's not going to be great, but our terror is not bad, so, and we have no money, so now where am I? If I look at my hold, if I look at my journal, that's what I want to look at. Welcome. I'm trying to see if this will give me information about where to go next, because I'm pretty sure that I just got a quest here at the tomb colonies. Bring a shady sort to Venderbite from the Mangrove College. And I believe that I was told the Mangrove College was to the south. But to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if that's true. And I don't know that I can make it very far south. Anyway, I wonder, honestly, if I could make it back to London. I don't know if that's good. Who? Where? What? I'm gonna run away. Maybe. I don't know where... Oh god, that's not... Okay, so I'm going in a direction... Okay, that was the wrong button. There are 2 buttons very close to each other, and one of them closes the interface, and the other one closes the entire game. And I was stressed out about the fight that was trying to happen. Here we go. Let's see how much almost dying we can do. We're going to launch... Wait, I should look at the chart first. So I'm going to go straight south and see if I can get back to Fallen London. And we'll see if I have... I wonder, is it less efficient to go fast? I would think for a ship, I would think it would be more efficient to go fast, to burn fuel at a higher rate in order to have more momentum. As long as you're moving in a straight line, I would think that that would be more efficient. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's actually true. Is this like some algae or something? Something under the water that's like flowing? Interesting. Alright, I got some fragments for discovering low barnet. Sailors dawdle at the rail watching for the lights of London, which I think is like right over here, right? In one of these places? Fed the crew. Okay. Fed the crew using... There's London. There's London. Let's see if we can sell any of the stuff that we've got, which is not much. Drag scales with the square of speed? That... I mean, listen, I don't know. Why am I battling? Wait, hold on. I want to dock, not battle. How do I do that? I'm gonna pause, because I don't know if I am using... Okay, should I be there? Yeah. Yes. That looks like yes. I should be in there, not where I am. I feel like the buoys mean something, but actually maybe they don't. Oh yeah, that's a different... Okay. It's a small specific circle of light. That's right. I forgot what that looked like. I think I was confusing it with the light that the buoys emit. Okay, now I can dock. Great. La Cthulhu says drag scales with the square of speed. I do not know if that's true, but it's the sort of thing that sounds true, which makes me think that probably it's more efficient to go slower. And the trade-off is that you are going slower. You're not going as fast. So we might do that. Right, of course, who knows what physics are in the game, but Kubert says, I worry about our supplies. Are there odd jobs we should be looking for in between the beefier narrative quests? Listen, Kubert, if you have an understanding of where to find better odd jobs, I am still trying to figure that out. I am extremely worried about all of our stats, all of which are extremely low, except for terror. Terror's fine. I don't know how to raise them better. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it turns out. I mean, it's an adventure, you know. Like sometimes it doesn't go well. Some things are too illegal for the customs service to admit the existence of. The ministry are here looking for those. I have nothing to hide. Why? Oh my god, look at all the things that I could have that would be bad. Okay. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed decks and take great pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than a moldy ship's biscuit. Okay. This storylet only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collect messages. I don't have a lot of terror. I don't have enough terror. Oh, I see. Okay, so that would be relieving some of my terror. Let's do this. Port reports, yes. I think port reports don't have a lot of narrative significance, but do give me a bunch of money. But I have to find ports to do that. Did I not do it in the last port? Maybe. My problem right now is that, like, there's a lot of dangerous water in between the ports that I've found. So going to a port and getting port reports and bringing them back seems more expensive than I get anything out of it. So I clearly don't understand the, like, economy of the game yet. But also I haven't actually, I think this is where I will turn in port reports, right? Yeah, I know I'm low on fuel. I'm very aware. Okay, so this it's going to do all of these things, I think. Fall in London. Are these the things in the list that it just showed me? I guess they must be. Okay, so I can visit the Admiralty Survey Office. They pay for information. This is probably where I go to sell port reports. No, I can get Admiralty's favor. I don't know what that's good for. University has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets. Z specimens and other tidbits of esoteric lore provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. I have 3 secrets. Visit the Rose Market. It bustles on Roser's Wharf. Perhaps you can find a buyer for some of the curiosities you found. I have 88 days at the Rose Market. I'm not sure what that means. And then I can do gambling stuff. I'm not gonna do. Okay, I want to see what other stuff I could be doing. So that's in London. Here is somebody who wants to join my crew, but I would need money to do that. Roser's Wharf caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and the gumption to harass Z-captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make 1 trade per visit. Okay, people at the Rose Market will pay above the usual price for specific goods. I have a free evening. Oh, I see. No, this would usher in another day at the Rose Market. So I don't have any of the things. I don't have a Watchful Curio or a Soothin' Cooper Longbox. I don't think I have stuff. So I'm not expecting that I will be able to make any trades there. A very fine evening to you, Captain. What you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous Z-captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is so fond of Z-captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Do you make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold or come back later? It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. I mean, what does that mean? How many spaces? Oh, yes, got it. I have lots. Who is this person? Is there a catch? Who is this patron? He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, which is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house. There is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you remember him kindly. I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. I mean, I desperately need stuff, so I'll take it. I gain 10 fuel, 5 supplies. Shadowy figure has made me a proposal, and I have a suspicion. This will increase as you conduct criminal activities or have contact with rough sorts. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the excise will search your ship. Okay, I'm not, as far as I know, I'm still not carrying anything illegal, so. I guess I have 3 secrets I could use. Let's do this. University, yes. Oh, yes. The university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh, yes. This is a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. I lost a secret. I am now Favors Antiquarian. Okay, and I've gained a page, which increases the speed at which you convert fragments to secrets. Okay, well that seems, there's like a positive loop there, right? Like the university wants my secrets, and it's giving me something that makes me get secrets faster. Is there anything more trustworthy than someone brandishing a blade for no reason during conversation? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, so now I'm in the... Okay, I'm in the university, I think. Yes, I can leave the university. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least, a creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah, yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items. So I have a Tale of the Deep. But am I supposed to be collecting these? Because that's like my life goal. I don't have this, Searing Enigma. I don't have 7 Searing Enigmas. And I don't have an extraordinary implication, so I will do this one thing, I guess. Thrilling. Let me hear every detail. First, I must find my fountain pen. Oh, how regrettable. It has a spider impaled on the nib. Excuse me. Good heavens, it's still alive. Pass me that volume of Gibbon. There we go. Do you have another pen? Okay, so now I have 0 Z stories, but I have gained 10 echoes, which almost doubles the number of echoes that I have. So, and I'm getting more antiquarian favors, I guess. And then this is... So I wonder if there's a difference between leaving the university... or the perhaps not. I don't think so. I think those are the same. So now my university is turned into the alarming scholar who's my contact at the university. That makes sense. Oh no, that's not at all what happened. But still, I now have a contact at the university. All right, I'm going to visit the Admiralty Survey Office. The Admiralty's picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays the captains a small sum for recent information. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. I am indeed going to do that, and I have one for Venderbite. Great. And Shepherd Isles. My Veil's quality gives me an 18% chance of success. That does not seem good. Okay, well, I'm going to just do these. I got 10 more echoes. Great. It's still not a lot in terms of buying things, but I also gained a fuel, which is good. Okay, and then I'm going to do the low risk thing here, which I get fuel. Good. And echoes, and now I have enough favors to do this. Once you've proven yourself, perhaps survey 3 ports and return to win the Admiralty's approval. Okay. Okay. So those seem like the things that I can do. I could try this this thing. I could get repairs. My hull is at 49. I don't think I can afford repairs. What about this surgeon? That would cost me all of the echoes that I've earned. I just don't have enough money. I'm sorry. I have all of these fragments. So, okay, if I gain enough fragments, they combine into a secret. So I just need to keep, like, hey, Crafty Bunny, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If I gain enough fragments, they combine into a secret. So I just need to keep exploring and gaining fragments, and I have 115 of them. So how many do I need to turn into a secret? I don't know, but it's got to be a lot. I literally don't know what this stuff is. Oh, this is, I'm trying to find colors. Okay. I still have 2 secrets. It seems like I should be able to do something with those. Oh, and then I see I have my free evening is a resource, and I could use that to refresh the vendors at the Rose Market. But there's probably other stuff I could do with it. No, wait, hold on. Let me go back. I want to go back to London. How do I go back to London? I don't want to go to my lodgings. I can spend money. Heal a wound, give you a restful night. Oof, none of that seems good. Okay, so hold on. I need to keep looking at stuff. Cubert points out that more crew probably means I burn through my supplies faster, which sounds real bad. Oh, I can go to shops. That's right. So, hold journal, officers, shops, shipyard. I could buy a new ship. I don't want to do that. Okay, I have all of these dang shops. There's so many of them. I can buy fuel. It seems like fuel and supplies are always the same price. Advice for captains. This provides the advice snippet storylet. Sell it to remove this advice storylet. So that's like a quest object, right? Like that would start some kind of a quest. There's a stock market. Oh, and I have a bolt of spider silk. I could sell it for 50, which is more than I even have. Oh, we started with the advice book and already sold it. Thank you. Ha ha ha, man. That's, I remember that. Okay, so I am probably going to sell this spider silk just because I'm desperate for money. And I don't know. I don't remember where I got it. Torpedo components. This is all like battle stuff. Torpedo nets. Deploy these in combat. Protection against torpedoes. I see. Okay. Alright, I don't have the money to buy upgrades to my ship, so I'm not going to do that. Here are the Caminus Yards of the dangerously jovial Mr. Fires. And these are also combat things. These are different combat things, okay? And these are other kinds of ship upgrades. Secure compartment, engine upgrade, new engines, these are lights. I see. Okay, cool. I don't want any of those. I just want to buy. All right, I have a lot of fuel now. I'm more worried about supplies. I could buy 2 supplies, and it seems like it's worth it. And I might as well sell my spider silk, right? Like, what am I going to do with that? Sell it. And buy at least 2 of these. Okay, and then maybe I won't buy anything else just right now. So I have, like, a little bit of money. Maybe I want more supplies. I'm gonna get one more supply. And then how much do you think it would cost me to... Can I fix my ship? Can I do repairs on my ship at all? Okay. I don't know. I don't see. But I can... Oh. What if I did... Shit. What if... How much is that going to cost me? A fair job for a decent price, which is 75. If you're badly damaged and short of money... This will completely repair your hull. This will completely repair your hull. Good enough for now. Employ Ratus Faber engineers. The Rats of Fallen London are remarkably skilled engineers, and they know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind, not currency. So I would spend supplies, which is terrible. Can't do that. And it's a matter of luck. So I'm good enough for now. If this were an adventure game, we would need that spider silk in 5 hours to give the dour rat in exchange for a scrap of cheese. That's right, Hubert. Thank God this is a roguelike. And instead we're just... Oh wait, I can do lodgings, right? Because... Not even. Unlocked with no more than 0 recent news. Is there something I can spend my night on? Because I have a night, right? This will reduce terror. I guess not. I guess not here. I can read the morning papers, which gets me news, which I can sell at sea, which is good. So I'll do that. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. I've lost 1 terror. I now have 1 recent news, which is good. My fragment remains unchanged. Okay. I'm not sure why it needs to tell me my fragment remains unchanged. Yeah. I'm just curious what I can do with this, like, my free night. The haunted... I mean, all of this sounds amazing. I just don't have any money. Okay. So is there nothing that I can do except this, I guess? So the only thing I can do with my free night... no. A free evening. This seems like the only thing that I can do. I just don't have any, so I'm just not going to do anything. I don't know if it's worth... I don't know what the value proposition there is. Okay. So, last time, I went to the Shepherd Isles. I went to Vendor Bite. I don't think I went here. I don't think I docked there. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to dock here, and then I'm going to head south and see if I can find whatever the thing is that I'm trying to find. You are now well provisioned. Try adventuring further from London. The risks are greater, but so are the rewards. And I'm... Okay, I don't know if I'm that well provisioned, but we'll see. Are you... Oh! This is... There's a circle. Okay, sweet. I can do... I like Jesse trying to convince me to trust the rats. Jesse, the problem is that, like, I'm already about to starve. It's actually more expensive, I think. Okay, light ship. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. Speak to the crew. Purchase fuel at twice the usual price. I'm not going to do that. Sure. I lost my recent news. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smell of oils and metal, you sip tea and chat. You've lost 3 terror. Well, damn, I didn't have any terror, but I do have a new Z story, and that's good. Okay. I can sell that for something. Probably. Oh, launch. There we go. Alright. So now I'm going to move slower, because I think that's more efficient. Hubert says, in general, it does seem a bit hard to track what all our options are at a given port and what we can use our items for. That aspect gives the game a certain adventure gamey vibe to it. You know, I didn't draw that connection to an adventure game. I definitely do feel that it is, it's awkward in the... What the hell is that? Okay. Oh, right. Shit. Okay, that's not good. Whoa. Okay, hold on. So, I think maybe I just avoided that monster, which seems great. This is like a random encounter. Now I just got an event. Now and then rocky fragments fall from the roof of the Neath. The decks of older ships are pocketed with scars. The sound is one no landlubber knows, and no sailor will ever forget. This one has smashed the glass of the deck binnacle. Ill omen, one sailor cries. The god of the roof, storm is angry. I can do nothing. It's an absurd superstition. Or I can make a sacrifice of one supply. In stories, Storm is the noisiest, angriest, and least reasonable of the Z gods. Better not to take chances. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So, the interface to this game, I think, is another thing that owes its legacy to the original sort of web-based gameplay that Echo Bazaar had. This sort of like tabs of, well, actually these tabs aren't even that bad, but the fact that like it's all interface driven, there's no visual representation in the actual interactable bit, in the story bit. There's no visual representation of like the city that you're in, and like these are different places that exist in the city. They only exist as text. They only exist as sort of like sub menus. And one of the things that I think makes difficult is if you have a resource, it's hard to tell what you can do with it. Who will buy that? The original game, I think, benefited somewhat from this because it was a game where like you would have downtime, right? Like you would be like, oh, it's 3 minutes until I get another echo or another energy or whatever it is, and can do another thing. I get another action. I'm going to spend that 3 minutes just like going through all the menus and seeing what all of the options are. And they also they weren't really dynamic. Like they would change based on what you did, because you would spend a resource here and then you wouldn't have that anymore. And that would change what the menus are. But it's not like you were going to different places and those different places had an entirely different set of menus. So I feel like that might hinder the game a little bit. That a more modern interface into these stories, the stories are great, and the system of like how they're constructed and told, I think is fine, is very interesting. But the way that they're presented is a bit clunky. All right, I'm gonna make a sacrifice. I'm afraid of the Z. I lost a supply. Damn it! I gotta be more scary. I know something of the 3 gods of the Z. Interesting. Your sailors know the words. You mumble them. A gift of wine and fish is suitable, marked with the captain's blood. Ow. Bound with copper wire and cast overboard from the bow. The package bobs for a moment and then is sucked beneath the ship. Alright, well, that seems like it was probably a good thing to do. I'm gonna run away from that crab. Oh shit, is it chasing after me? What if I dock? Can I get away from it? Once, this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs. Before London fell and the waters rushed in, smoke spirals from the cottage chimney. A lonely hill rises behind town. I will say, as somebody who played Echo Bazaar, visualizing the city like this, like having a map of the city and moving around it on a ship, is super cool. Like, because Fallen London is the kind of place where it is the descriptions of it, these sort of Victorian Gothic descriptions, are lurid, are florid, are like really evocative descriptions, but not specific. They're not like, they don't tell you a lot that helps you visualize what the city really looks like. And there's something neat about, which I think is part of the intent, and it's a text-based web game, but having a map of it and seeing sort of like, it looks like this, it's a bunch of islands, and getting a sense of like how far apart they are and what they look like is really cool. All right, I can't do, oh man, I don't know what's happening. Once this simple fishing village was a part of London, I can't get drinks at the Cock and Magpie because I have because time is passing, I guess, and I don't have enough terror. All right. Explore the shore. Something awaits you. I've been at sea for long enough. That's great. And time is passing. Pick up a wretched Mog. Now, I noticed when I was in London that actually having a wretched Mog probably does some good things, but it means that I can't get my ship repaired by rats. So that's an important thing to know. Yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably, it's hungry. Now, I think... Jesus, that's so many supplies. Oh, and it's a mascot. And I already have 2 mascots. I can't with a mascot. I wonder if I could sell my mascots. Chat with the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need coin to open their mouths. Oh, but just like 1. And I don't have a port, so this will get me a port report. Great. Visit the hilltop above town. Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicable local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. This is going to spend my something awaits you, though. Buy supplies. Or buy fuel. So buy supplies for 30, which maybe it's just going to get me 1. I don't know. Okay, so I definitely want to do this one. Do that. I lost an echo, and I got a port report. Great. Good. Do I want to wander away from the dock? Visit the hilltop? Those are the 2 things that I can do. I like that my pages quality gives me a 90% chance of success. I'm going to try this. I wonder if this was successful. You stand on a cliff top looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast toward the mainland. The wind is a southerly. I succeeded in a pages challenge. Great. I have -2 wary and terror. What the hell is wary? I now have 2 wary times terror. My terror is 2, which is described as wary? It must be. I now have 2 terror, which makes me wary. I now have 47 fragments, which is lower than the number of fragments I had before, because I must have gotten enough fragments to make a secret, right? That must be what happened. So now I have more secrets, and that's all for now. And now I have enough terror that I can go to the Cock and Magpie, but it's going to cost me 20 echoes. Yikes. And I can buy stuff, but I'm not gonna buy stuff. Is this just gonna reduce my terror, or is it gonna give me things? I'm not gonna do it today. I just don't have enough money. I need to, like, get my economy up, right? Like, I need to get my business going, and then I can do stuff. Maybe we can introduce our mushroom mascot to the ship's cook. I think they would get along rather well. That's a thing that maybe we will be able to do. Is that gonna... Okay, it didn't hurt me. Is it now harmless? It sure isn't. Okay. Oh God. That's very painful. Why am I not doing anything? Why? What's happening? I don't understand. I thought that this was how I fought. I'm gonna dock again because it seemed to like make me safe. And that didn't do me any harm. I mean, Jesus Christ. He's just sitting right here. Okay, but it is, I'm wasting supplies. What am I doing wrong? Let me look at my chart. I'm down here now. So I want to go, I think, this way. Mr. Crab wants a hug. Alright, let's launch. And we're gonna full speed. And I'm just running away from the crab. If I can... Fuck. If I can get far enough away from him. Yeah. I feel like he's not actively chasing me anymore. Why is my deck weapon crossed out? Little ships throng... Wait, I'm going to pause this. Little ships throng the waters here. The crew grow wistful. They swap old stories of sunlit sea. We draw near to the Cumaean Canal, the way to the surface. Oh, interesting. I have 5 supplies and 11 fuel. I feel like I'm doing okay. Although, those supplies... I mean, Jesus Christ, the supplies do not last that long, huh? Azalea raises her head, sniffs sharply. Blood on the wind. Something awaits you in port. Okay, I see. This little symbol, that means I've been out at sea long enough. Okay. I don't think our weapon does use ammo. Or wouldn't the ammo be tracked somewhere? Right? Like, this does. The flare does. Oh no, maybe it doesn't. Cooldown 6 seconds. Oh, but there's a 1. I have 1 of them. This, I think, is just on a cooldown. But I honestly don't know what any of those little symbols mean, and I can't... there's no, like, information about them. Evil oatmeal, thank you. What am I doing wrong was definitely the keystone of my experience with Sunless Sea. Yeah. I do think that, like, the... Oh, man. Like, clearly this action bar is taken from MMOs and real-time strategy games, and it sort of makes sense. But I think a lot of the interface design overall, a lot of the UX is done by people who don't have a lot of experience doing real-time games, and are very used to making games as part of web interfaces, and they sort of lend themselves more towards that. Right, okay, so the downside to moving slow is that more time passes, and so I have to feed my crew. That makes sense. So I actually do want to move fast, because I have more fuel than I have supplies. The Cumaean Canal staging area. The canal... You're out of combat, you should press all clear. Oh. Okay, alright, I'll keep that in mind. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. Assist the gnomic Gallivant in an enterprise of dubious legality. A riddle. There are 10 individuals in a room, one of whom is an ancient tyrant. How can you distinguish him? Answer. Burglarize a private library for a picture of him beforehand. That's a hell of a riddle. Okay, so I got this Ruby writing thing, which is like a quest progress. I've done step 1 of it. I forgot that he wanted to come here, but this is where he wanted to come, so let's do that. As dinner bells sound throughout the port, you carry a ladder to one of the long-moored, half-legal ship hostels. You prop the ladder to the porthole of what the Gallivant assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He ascends swiftly, leaving you to carry the ladder away. Half an hour later, the Gallivant is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs. I have seen the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. Ready to visit the chess tournament in Port Cecil, and the gnomic Gallivant now knows his target's face. Okay. Alright, well that was a thing. Let's listen to Surface Gossip with my Something Awaits You, definitely. I have 1 moves in the great game. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble for the coins that spill from her pockets, but you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings. Dates, times, codenames. Spies work? Okay. Interesting. I could travel to the surface. 22 fuel. Okay. Gather information for the port report. Hell yes. Gates open and shut. The lock remains free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London it's safe, in all the undersea it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Pitsy, yes, this is my first time playing this game. I played Echo Bazaar more than a decade ago, but this is my first time playing Sunless Sea. And Electric Claire says the UI is enigmatic, and I think that's on purpose. That's fair. Like, there's definitely an aesthetic to it, and it sort of reinforces the experience that I'm having of this is a not just mysterious sort of world and a weird world in the sort of like cosmic horror sense, but a bureaucratic world. Like, specifically, this is a world of Victorian formality and papers and records and ledgers and things like that. And I think that there is some value to this interface being resonant with that idea. I would argue that that only works up to the point where it starts to cause sort of real not confusion necessarily. I'm going to keep thinking on this, because I think you're proposing that there is part of the gameplay, part of the experience of the game is the sort of like shuffling through all of these different interfaces and trying to uncover the mysteries that exist there. And that is true. I think that's true. That was definitely true of Echo Bazaar. It feels a little different here in a way that isn't entirely good. But yeah, I think you're right. There is intention and value to that, to the way that works. Okay, I'm gonna look at my chart. Wait, hold on. I need to remember to pause. So my supplies are low. I should go back to London. Maybe London is where I can buy supplies for the least amount of money, I think. And I have some port reports, maybe? I don't know. I still don't have a great sense of, like, what is the flow of I'm collecting stuff and turning that in, right? Like, and using that to generate the things that I need, which are fuel and supplies and money. Okay, so now I've been down here. I'm gonna go maybe just straight back up to Fallen London because I need those supplies. And then there's a port over here that I've never been to. So maybe part of my problem is that, you know, I went out and I found 2 ports and they were quite far away. And actually, I should have found this one and this one, like, in that first trip. I should have found twice as much stuff as I did. So that's maybe why I was feeling so anxious. Launch. And I'm gonna go fast because Man says, I'm very curious what we are going to get once we complete this Gallivant story. I am too. It feels complex. Maybe just sort of in comparison to all of the other things that we've encountered so far, like, which have been very simple, like 1 or 2 step sorts of processes. The Gallivant thing is like, do one thing and then do 2 more things and then do another thing after that. It feels like a more substantial storyline that I am expecting. The air trembles, a breath of change passes. Oh, is that because something awaits me in port? I bet that's what that is. Page's score is 29. Glean another 89 fragments to gain a secret. Got it. Okay. So this is kind of telling me my secret score. So Cyberkrieger, Cyberkrieger asks, what's your policy on chat helping you in possible spoilers? Hubert, you said it very well. Spoilers should be avoided, but small amounts of advice and speculation are okay. I'm kind of trying to get the sort of experience of playing the game, right? And so there's a certain extent to which spoilers or hints kind of detract from experiencing the game the way that the game is made and presented. And I want to avoid that to the extent that I can. But at the same time, I am very interested in what chat is thinking, what you are, like, if you have speculation. Right. Time. If you're, especially if you're, like, curious about things in the game, and trying things out, figuring out how they work, I'm very interested in that. Okay, so